Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And we have ourselves a new week. So today we're going to be taking a look at the monthly candle closes and the weekly candle closes, especially here on the Bitcoin price chart. We'll take a look over at the Ripple XRP price chart here in just a second. But we have some candle closes that we need to take a look at over here. But I also wanted to talk about some incredibly important news before we get started. And that is that we got a new dog over the weekend. So we have now a Barker 2.0, I guess you could call him. I haven't figured out a creative name for him yet. But there's our new guy. He comes in at 11 pounds. Let me think. No, he's 11 weeks and 13 pounds. So we'll see how big he eventually gets. But we're excited to invite a new dog into our family. So really exciting to have this guy. And he's really sweet and real fun and playful. So welcome to the family, little dude. I know that a lot of you guys have been following the channel for a while, and we went through a whole ordeal with my last dog. And well, it's nice to have a nice new fresh beginning. And here we go with Barker 2.0. So outside of that, let's go ahead and start diving into the charts and talk about the candle closes that we got this past week and this past month. Now, one of the things is I'm not going to get too detailed on this video, and I probably won't get too detailed in tomorrow's video because obviously everybody knows we have the United States presidential election that's going to be happening tomorrow. Who knows what kind of volatility we'll see over the next day or two leading up into that? A lot of times we get a lot of surprise news, a lot of surprise events that happen to try to sway public perception and change the outcome of elections right at election time. So there's no way to know what type of things will occur in markets for the next 48 hours. Once we get through the election, then we can really start to kind of dissect it. But right now, the only thing we can really do, so I can't really tell you what's going to happen the next day or 2 days or what I expect to happen the next day or 2 days because, well, it's probably going to be pretty chaotic or nothing's going to happen at all. I have no idea. I just know this is a monstrous event for the United States right now, and we'll see how all of that election stuff plays out, and then we can start kind of moving forward once that's over tomorrow night. Hopefully it's over tomorrow night and it doesn't get dragged out, but we'll see. As for the weekly and the monthly candle closes, we'll talk about XRP, but first we need to talk about Bitcoin. One of the things that we talked about was that $13,880 price zone. As you can see right here on the screen, I have the monthly time frame up. The monthly candle did not close above 13,880, but it did close right up near there. If we take a look at these previous candles that we have, last time we've gotten into these areas, we have these huge wicks on the top, right? These are called rejection wicks. You have a rejection wick down here. The price tried to move lower, a monstrous rejection from lower prices, taking it up much, much higher. This is practically a full body green candle, taking it all the way up to the resistance level. But as you can see, market makers' algorithms would not allow it to close above 13,880. That's a good sign for the altcoin holders. It tells you that Bitcoin's probably going to cool off for a little while. I still expect that Bitcoin is going to reach up to 16,000 to 16,300 before we have a bigger correction. One of those 20 to 30 to 40% corrections that we typically see. My expectations, which I posted over on Twitter, is I expect the price to reach up to about 16,200, 16,300, somewhere around there, and then do a correction back down to somewhere around 11,500 to 11,800. So that's a pretty big correction, right? We're talking like, 16,000 down to 11,500. That's enough to spook a lot of people, but I also think this is going to be the opportunity where we really see those altcoins start to play catch up. One of the things is I've been in this market for a long time. I was there during the 2017 bull run, and I saw how this market really played out when it came to Bitcoin and when it came to the altcoins. A lot of people don't really understand that, but I've been trying to really kind of convey that message on this channel lately that this is all normal stuff, that you see usually Bitcoin lead the way, and then you see the altcoins all follow up. However, the altcoins tend to outperform Bitcoin from a percentage standpoint. Problem is, it doesn't always happen at the exact same time where Bitcoin goes up and the altcoins go up. It's kind of funny though, because you kind of see when Bitcoin goes up on its own, people get upset because they say, well, Bitcoin's going up, why aren't we going up? But then when Bitcoin goes up and the altcoins go up at the same time, people say, well, we're only going up because Bitcoin's going up. But it's kind of like, well, which one is it, man? But this is how this market has always worked, is that Bitcoin tends to usually lead the way, altcoins tend to follow, but altcoins tend to outperform Bitcoin in the bull run. So I do believe we are in a bull run. Whether or not Bitcoin's going to break out into new all-time highs within the next month or two is going to be the big question. However, this is a really good sign to see that Bitcoin's butting its head up against these tops, and I still expect that we are going to see higher prices in the medium-term time frame for Bitcoin before it starts to really consolidate for a longer period of time. The thing that's really important for me when I look at these charts and I look at Bitcoin moving to the upside and understanding that this is how this market works, as I say to myself, is fresh money coming into this market? The last thing you really actually want to see is that money is just bleeding out of the altcoins to push the Bitcoin price up. That's something that you could think is maybe happening right now, right? All of the altcoins are just sitting behind not doing anything while Bitcoin is moving to the upside. So the question is, are altcoins just, are they just giving all the money to Bitcoin for Bitcoin to set new highs? Well, if that was the case, then what you would see is the total market cap actually just sitting flat. But the good news is that we see the total market cap actually setting new highs as well. So that means that fresh money is coming into this market. In addition, while it may not look like much, we can see that the total altcoin market cap is still moving up. Obviously, it hasn't set new highs by any means, but it is still well off the lows. So if we look at the low price of when the total altcoin market cap bottomed way back there, we're still up 18 to 19% off those lows. So one thing you don't want to see in this market is you don't want to see the altcoins go down while Bitcoin goes up and the total market cap stays flat. That's not necessarily bullish for the entire market. We want to see new money coming in. And we're seeing that the altcoins are still holding these same lows that Bitcoin held back on these dates back here, and that we're just seeing Bitcoin lead the way. I think it's really actually kind of a good thing for the altcoin holders that it didn't actually close those monthly candles or the weekly candles above 13,880. I have no idea what would have happened with this market had those candles closed way up there. That would have been really bullish. I don't know what those algos would have done up there. Either way, it doesn't mean much to me. I just do know we obviously have a resistance there. We talked about it for 2 weeks ahead of time. I don't find it in any way ironic that the weekly and the monthly candles refused to close above that 13,880. Obviously, we did wick up to 14,000, but neither one of them were willing to actually close right above that level. So interesting times for Bitcoin. It's bullish. That's a bullish candle. You can't deny that that's a bullish candle because, well, this is what a rejection looks like. Rejection. This is just a bullish candle. So I expect us to probably get up to 16, and then, then we'll see how this plays out. I expect it actually to pull back pretty hard. The big question for what most people tune into my channel for is what is going on with XRP. I'm seeing what's going on over there on Twitter. Boy, there's a lot of infighting going on right now. There's a lot of concern that we're never even going to see 30 cents again. There's a lot of talk about the Spark airdrop, whether or not that thing's real or not real. So there's just a lot of emotional impatience, and I get it, right? There's a lot of frustration. Let's take a look at it. It's been 40 days since we hit 22 cents, right? I can only come on here so many times and say, yeah, it's going to go up. We just essentially have to keep waiting. And that's the last thing that people want to hear. And I know that because I get the messages, when is it going to happen? When are we going to see this? Will this ever occur? And if so, when? I get it all the time. So I totally understand. 40 days, holy moly, who would have ever expected that Bitcoin would go off and hold all those same lows, go off and set new highs, and all these altcoins would just absolutely sit flat right down here at the bottom and do nothing. Boy, I don't think anybody expected it to be that painful, right? We talked about max pain. Holy moly, that's one way to do it. Make the market look like Bitcoin's the chosen one and all the altcoins just die. That's really kind of what that market has made it look like. But I've been here long enough to have the experience to know this is exactly how these things play out. And it's totally normal. And inflicting max pain, even without setting new lows on the USD price, is how this market likes to do it. Which, of course, is what we are seeing over there on that XRP over Bitcoin price chart, right? Look at it. We're all the way down here, about to close the gap for the 2017 bull run. The entire bull run has been completely wiped out, essentially, and we're right down here at the bottom. As you all know, not huge on trend lines. I think every single trend line eventually gets broken. So I'll just show you that just for funsies. You can see, boy, we're way down there. So we'll see. This is the level where Cardano or ADA eventually found its bottom. on its Bitcoin price chart. It did not actually close this entire gap. I put like 10% weight on these types of charts and 90% weight on the USD chart. So the XRP over USD chart, I find significantly more valuable than the XRP over Bitcoin price chart. But I've been showing this to you guys over the last week or two just because we are right at the point of closing the whole 2017 gap, and we're right here. So max pain being inflicted on XRP holders. I'm right there with you guys. My biggest bag is over there in XRP, but we'll find our way out of here in no time. We just got to wait for that time to come. Unfortunately, I know everybody wants the answer of when moon, when time, when's it going to happen. Let's get through the presidential election and then maybe that's when. We'll see. Either way, as we head into the election tomorrow, 22 cents still holds for the Ripple XRP price chart. Bitcoin hangs out in the 13,500s today, and the total market cap of the entire crypto market continues to grow. I always get this comment all the time, right? So like, I've been bullish the whole time, right? And every day, you're bullish every day, blockchain backer. Well, that's because the market keeps going up. Sometimes when we get caught in those day-to-day time frames, we really kind of forget it. The thing about XRP, though, for the XRP holders and the people who just weren't there in 2017, you essentially have to sit through so much pain, and then when the gains happen, they happen just in a blink of an eye. They fire up so fast and so hard that you essentially have to start making decisions right when it happens, and you have to pretty much be prepared for it at all times. And that's what I am, right? I'm pretty much prepared for it at all times. That day could be tomorrow. That day could be a week from now. That's why I'm always prepared for it, and I always have all my plans drawn out on what I'm going to do when that day does come, and I'm always on edge ready to make that decision, because you can go back through the history of this entire chart, and every single time it had these bull runs, all of them were essentially straight lines up. And if you aren't emotionally prepared, and if you don't have a plan drawn out already, well, you're going to pretty much miss the boat or be caught off guard on what you need to do. But you can see how long these things all last in pure terror and emotional distraughtness. But when the good times come, they come really fast. So we all have to sit here and patiently wait. We have a huge event going on tomorrow in the United States with the presidential election. I hope that your candidate wins. Whatever one it is that you care about, I hope that one wins. As for me, this dog and I will be sitting on the couch eating popcorn and watching the show together. But I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and boy, we'll see how these candles work out for November, and holy moly, what this week could bring us after this election gets over with. But can you believe it? It's going to be over in like 36 hours from right now. Yeah! Just want it over with already. But all right, that's going to wrap it up. You guys can check out my website over here, bcbacker.com, where I've got 19 videos and 4.5 hours of content where I deep dive into the cryptocurrency bull run and tell you exactly what my exit plans are, how I plan on playing this market, and what kind of information we can draw from taking a look at the previous Bitcoin bull runs and the altcoin seasons, and tying that all together to tell us the story of cryptocurrency and what we can look forward to moving forward, and what kind of expectations we can potentially have. So take a check out over here on bcbacker.com. Follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And yes, we did it. We hit 20,000 followers. That is so amazing. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel and follow me on Twitter. I don't know what to say. Is that something you say thank you for? I don't even know. I'm just grateful to even have this opportunity. So either way, thank you. So check me out on Twitter at bcbacker. I hope that you guys have a good day. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you could be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice, and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.